My message to other young people is to, if you haven't gone for an HIV test, go and do an HIV test, and if you test positive, learn to accept that you are positive and do positive things in order for you to live a normal, progressive life. In most clinics, especially here around Gauteng, like there are VCT site or VCT containers which are outside the clinic but in the same yard as the clinic. So like by the time you go into that site, like everyone will know that like is Bongi HIV positive, or what is he gonna do on that side, because of like that area is strictly for HIV, and that thing like it really stigmatized us, and like it discourages young people to go and test unless if like the VCT site will be inside the clinic, like in the main building with the clinic, rather than separating it from the PHC. At first, they must try to draft a strategic plan on young people's and like about dealing with our health issues, and by in all the health institutions to have like youth-friendly services, like those where there will be young people who are working there, and like us as young people, we know who to go to, and like by talking to someone who's your age, and then like it's much better than going to someone who's about your mother's age and then in the clinic when I have an STI. So by telling my peer, it will be much easier, and like by also implementing like services which will accommodate the LGBTI community. So I think then that's what the government needs to do, because like so far our government has done nothing to us. There's nothing which is done for the youth here in South Africa. To the LGBTI community, the thing which I can say to them is that like we must learn to accept each other, because of even us as LGBTI, we do discriminate against one another, and like we do undermine each other. So the thing which we must do is to accept each other and then approach the government to have a sector on us as LGBTIs, right? Like the nation can understand on who are LGBTIs and how do they live, and all, and so that they can understand us better. Wherever we go, they see the black community disclosing their status, and like there was this other time when I was attending a meeting, I don't know, it wasn't, they call us meeting, and then they say like HIV doesn't affect like the white community, because of like we've never seen a white person disclosing his or her status here in South Africa, and which is true. There's never been a white person who has gone like in the SABC or in television or on radio to disclose his or her status. Only blacks are the people who are disclosing their status. And my response to that particular person was that like even white people do have HIV. The only thing with them is that like they learn a lot and they read a lot, and that's why we are not going to see them disclosing their status, and that's why even like the prevalence rate in white community is so low, because they read a lot and they take precautions. But us as black, that's why they say if you want to hide something from a black person, just put it on paper, then that will be it. Like in religion, especially, like they are ignorant. They're ignorant, like they just judge us as like people who are HIV positive. They say like it's a sin, because of it's a punishment from God, because we had sex before marriage. So that for us being HIV positive is a punishment from God. So the thing which we must do again, I think we need to workshop them. We must train our religious leaders so that they can know that like HIV does affect anyone. It's not those who are unmarried who get HIV, but even the married one can also get HIV. I'm living with my sister's children. There are 3 of them, because my sister passed away due to HIV/AIDS related illnesses in 2005, and then I'm fostering those kids because like they had no one else to accept me. So it's like they have learned to accept that like I'm HIV positive, and they always remind me even of taking my medication. They even say like, we don't want you to die as our mother did passed away, so we are taking good care of you. So they are fine. My hopes and dream is to see the young South Africans like free from HIV and AIDS, like in few years time, or even in 2010, like the rate of infection, if it can be reduced among young South Africans, whether black, Indian, white, or Asian, or colored, then like it will be a dream come true to me. And like I think from now onwards, as we are going to be the ambassadors, we must really show that we are ambassadors. We must push this thing and then try to stop AIDS and like show that like HIV is here and like we are the living example of that. Like everyone can get HIV. I want everyone like to see, even like the United Nations, like to see that like as South Africans, we are tired of this epidemic. And like we want our government, like if we can get help from other countries to assist us and for our government to do something about us and like make resources available for us. And because like we ended up being infected because there are no resources here. So we are tired and we need a plan to accommodate young people here in South Africa. And that in that picture, I'm really angry, and it shows that anger because I'm really angry about what has happened to me. What has happened to me, I don't want it to happen to my younger brother or my younger sister. So I want it to end here with me. Okay, my name is Bonginkosi, but prefer to be called Bongichi. And I'm 25 years old, turning 26 this year. I stay here in Gauteng province, Ekurhuleni district in Duduza township. And it's about 5 years now for me living with HIV. And it's about 4 years taking antiretrovirals because my CD4 count was so low, it was 80. But now it has gone up to 608. So yeah, that's basically me.
Then I can see. Never judge